Hello, I'm Nicole Linder, Executive Director of the Marjaree Mason Center. 2020 has been a challenging year. Domestic violence continues to be pervasive in Fresno County. The shelter-in-place and economic stress of the COVID pandemic has caused an increase in the severity of physical abuse experienced. Clients are coming to Marjaree Mason Center with more severe injuries and emergency protective orders. It's a reminder that for so many in our community, home is not a safe place. Your donations keep our doors open 24/7, and team members here round the clock to provide a physical presence to help our clients and their children feel safe and cared for in what is likely the most frightening and uncertain time in their lives. I invite you to watch the following stories and ask that you continue to give generously to our mission to ensure adults and children have a place to come for refuge when home is not safe. I wish you peaceful holidays and a healthy new year.
After my mom separated from my father, I was pretty young. She had an abusive relationship with one of her boyfriends. She kind of felt stuck in that relationship, and then one day she decided that she had enough and packed up what we had and got on a Greyhound bus and left Northern California to Fresno and sought out the support of the Marjaree Mason Center. I was troubled too, not knowing what to do, where I'm at. It was just a tough time.
My mom and dad were very young when they had me, just not the best circumstances. Drugs and alcohol were involved. There were several occurrences where the police were called. There was domestic violence, and several occasions where we ended up at Marjaree Mason.
That's where my mom found sanctuary away from that difficult situation, and I'm truly blessed today as a result of her ability to find that sanctuary. But truly just provided the peace of mind knowing that my mom's not going to go through that anymore.
Both your parents that you love, they're supposed to be your security, and when that is not there and taken from you in the middle of the night where you're woken up and having to go to a place where you don't know, there is a lot of fear. So it was scary. I was the older sister, so protecting my younger sister from every experience and trying to comfort her as well. Going to a place like Marjaree Mason definitely helped feel at home. It was a safe environment for us to really not have to worry about where we were, but just the circumstances. So
our kids that are experiencing domestic violence are just as impacted as the adult that's experiencing it. They're gonna suffer the same trauma and the same turmoil as the adult. In fact, they're more likely to experience mental health challenges as they grow into adulthood, and the likelihood that it becomes generational at that point increases if that cycle isn't broken.
Even at a young age, kids understand and their world is shaken. And so to have a safe environment where you have clothing, you have a safe haven, you have opportunity to just not focus on the craziness and the chaos, but have people there to pour into you and just have that safety net for them, I think is so important.
I was always worried about what's going to happen next until I found a teacher in 6th grade who kind of took me under her wing and really showed me that the world wasn't out to get me. At that point, it really changed my life. It allowed me to understand that I was my own person. From that point, I was able to, live my life a little bit more carefree and not being afraid.
We know how important positive influences are for kids. So every interaction that we have with our kids is a time to instill that positive communication, those positive, healthy coping strategies, and just a safe place for them to be able to open up and talk to us about whatever it is that's going on.
The world can be so harsh and unkind, and to know that there are people who devote their time and their resources, their past experiences to help other people. It gives us hope for where we live, and to be in a community like that is really amazing.
I think it's critical that the Marjaree Mason Center stays alive. Just knowing that they're there to provide the services that they gave to me and my mom, I'll continue to, make sure that we donate to the kids and the families there. I know that I was born to serve, and in my capacity with Fresno Unified, I'm able to support the kids in our community, which includes the children and the families that are housed at the Marjaree Mason Center through the donations directly to the center. And it's important to me that the kids know that they're not alone. They can talk to someone and really reach out and find somebody to help them.
My heart is to empower other women to see beyond their circumstances, and I feel like Marjaree Mason does an amazing job of doing that. And I just want to be part of that. I want to use my stories, my experience to be able to help wherever possible. And I think it is amazing to have something in this community that is available. There are people to support you and to just stand by your side, whatever that looks like.